Hi, peoples. Happy prompted romance spooktacular? I don't know.
Something of the sort.
I said it, so it must be true. Hi, Anna. Hi, Laura Nettles. Laura Nettles, my lovely co-host and talented. Please introduce yourself while I say hello to the chat.
Where is my book? Well, abducted somewhere.
Props. What are those?
Gosh. Oh, there it is.
Said the person with an actual IMDb page.
I have a horror book out called Tiny Shivers, which is good for spooky season. It is flash and drabbles and short stories. I have 4 contemporary romance short stories out on Kindle Unlimited under my pen name Samantha R. Silverstone. And I'm here. I'm ready to go.
Yes. All right. Well, I'm going to throw up a little comment that we were talking about backstage, and we were like, well, it's early, but here we go. Anna expanded something written from a previous flash into a short story this week, which I love to hear. So maybe like come on the writer's room so we can talk about it there. But yes, love it. Love to see it. Oh, speaking of the writer's room, hey, Morgan Lee. Hi, friend. Hi, cool gamer. Welcome.
My hand blends in with the wall.
That's a little bit. Hello. The color of the wall. Felicia, hi. How are you, friend? Regina's here. Hey, Regina. And Christian. Hey, Christian. Welcome. All right. We have 2 prompts for you. We're going to end a little early because, as it says in the poll, I'm old and it's a school night. So we're going to do some shorter sprints. So I'm taking a poll right now. And the question was whether you wanted to do 2 20-minute sprints or a 15-minute and a 20-minute sprint. And it looks like the 20 minutes is killing it. So we're going to go with that. So there is our times, Laura. 2 20-minute sprints.
I shall
And
find
we've got
a timer.
some spooky.
This is a groomed Roy.
A groomed Roy who's so upset. He's not getting more attention. Hi, Tiff. Welcome. You feel me, Regina. You feel me. It's a school night and I can't stay up till 10, guys. Okay, if you were out there, oh, you voted for you. Yes, thanks, Eva. Thanks. Good looking out. If you happen to have wandered into our little corner of AuthorTube for the nanos or the preps of the nanos, what we do is we get together, we do 2 prompts. Normally we go a little longer on the sprints. You write to the prompt, and then if you want, you can come up and read it yourself with us, or you can send it to us on Instagram, and I will include a handy dandy banner right here. And DM us your story, and we will read it for you if you would like. So, Laura, the first prompt, do you want to read it? Do you want me to read it? Drum roll.
I can read it. I've been hiding in the Halloween decorations section of Lowe's for the last half hour, trying to avoid my ex, when I bump into a gorgeous man who seems to be hiding from the FBI. What red flags?
Did it happen to me? I don't know. You won't know until I read my story.
Oh.
Yes. Okay, so there is our prompt. We have 2 tonight. They are both spooky-ish themed for the holiday. So we'll see you on the other side of 20 minutes. Give it your all. Go forth and write a story.
3, 2, 1, go.
Damn. I'm in the middle of a sentence. I'm going to have to finish it. It's going to drive me crazy. How did you do?
I'm also in the middle of a sentence.
Oh, okay. Sentence. I want to finish mine too. Okay, how did it go? Are you happy? Mine's garbage, but I finished. What?
Yay. I think so. It's not done.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. You always blow us away with your like, oh, it was nothing, and then it's like amazing. So sure, it's awesome.
If I do one more sentence, I can pull off a twist.
We'll do the sentence while I say hello to some people that popped in. There you go.
Okay.
You'll have time to write the sentence. We're going to cheat a little bit tonight because it's an extra episode. Okay, I saw some people wander in, but I was deep in my story. Margaret, I'm looking for you. Where did you go? And Ken Cable. Hi, Ken, who I got to see this weekend. It was so good to see you after 2 years. It's been too long. I hope to see you again soon. Joanne, hello. How are you? Katie, hi, friend. Hi. And then Margaret Bernard. Oh, Labyrinth. Hey, Labyrinth. Good to see you, friend. Nick Keaton. Hi. Happy Halloween. All my love. Big hugs. Okay, lots of chatting between them. I saw some. Oh, Margaret Bernard came in and goes, Mondays. We rescheduled because of Storyteller's Hearth. So we moved it to tonight so we wouldn't interact. And then I realized I was stepping on Sam's normal streaming time of Mondays. It was like, you just can't win. So sorry, Sam. RC Scott popped in. Hey, RC, welcome. Happy Halloween. This is your season, my friend. And Nia, hi, friend. Hi. Good to see you as always. All love. Okay. If you guys didn't check out, by the way, Nia did a great episode of Dracula with our very own Laura Nettles on Sunday. So go check out the replay. Hi, Victoria. It's been a while. How are you, friend? That's okay. It's okay if you didn't finish. Like, who cares? Do your best. Forget the rest. Send it to us if you want us to read it. Come on with us if you want to read it yourself. You know how this works, friends. Oh, fun. Yay. Loving it. All right, Laura, did you get your sentence or no?
Yes.
Did you get your twist? Okay. Do you want to read first? Do you want me to read? What do you want to do?
You can go first this time.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
No problem. Let me check real quick Instagram. Oh, okay. I got Katie Ann's. Good deal. So I'll go with that. Then you read yours, and then we'll read Katie Ann's. Okay. Are you guys ready? Shit. I couldn't believe that after all these months, this asshat would come to the bougie Lowe's for Halloween decorations. This was obviously my side of town, but there he is looking as fine as he ever was, walking through the Halloween section with a woman who was far too good looking to be his date. She leaned in when he waved his hand in front of the motion sensor on a dancing skeleton, sliding her hand down into his, their fingers interlaced before she stood up on her tiptoes to steal a kiss. Gross. What sort of trash acts that way at the bougie Lowe's? Does she have no decency, no self-respect? I backed into a sensor for a blow-up Frankenstein. He turned and looked right at me, or at least in my direction as I ducked behind some coffins. Before I could register what was happening, I felt the resistance of an object that sent me tumbling backwards into a heap. The blood rushed to my face as strong hands grabbed me by my shoulders and pulled me in tight for a bear hug. I was dizzy from the tumble and high on the sweet scent of his musk when the cold steel of the gun's muzzle snapped me out of whatever brief respite I had found in the hell that was the bougie Lowe's. I won't hurt you if you stay quiet and do everything I ask. I just need you to help me get out of here, he said, his voice gravelly and low. Whatever you say, but whatever happens, I'm not walking past that man and woman over there, so you'll have to shoot me if we go that way, I said, only half kidding. He spun me around to face him. His chiseled features matched the voice that made me want to drop trow in the middle of the aisle and suggest he take me right there. I don't think you get how kidnapping works. Oh, I get it. I don't think you get how running into your ex with his new fling in the Halloween section can be a fate worse than death, I replied. He pointed his gun in the air and fired one shot before pulling me in for a fiery kiss. There. Trust me. He's got only you and what he's missing on his mind. Let's go. He tugged on my arm, and before I knew it, I was running behind him, headed towards something that was sure to be hotter than anything I would ever find in the Halloween section at the bougie Lowe's.
Wow!
Thank you.
This was amazing.
It was fun. I had fun with that.
Nice.
Only because I've hidden from someone in a, not the Halloween section, but a Christmas section one time, where I ran into an ex like a year after we broke up, and I was like hiding behind Santas. Oh, goodness. Okay. That was fun. Yay. All right. Take it away, Laura. Hit us.
Okay. Bright overhead lights glare off the garish Halloween decor in the aisle of Lowe's. Black and purple glitter revealed everywhere. There, 2 rows over, is Ted. I recognize his stupid haircut anywhere. Luckily, he's not looking between the legs of a 15-foot-tall skeleton I'm hiding behind. I duck back by the cauldrons and fog machines. Oof. In shock, I had just backed into someone. I turn with an apology on my tongue. It melts right off, tasting of opportunity. Hello, I say, taking in the hunk of man who could be part of the Winchester family from Supernatural. He looks about 5 years older than me, suave, and in plaid. His tousled brown hair and piercing gray eyes are gorgeous. Hello, he says, voice rich and smooth, drawing out the word as if savoring it. Oh my God, it's fate. I'm Sylvia, I say, brushing my hair behind my ear. You can call me Nathan. His smirk is enough to melt my knees. All alone? He asks. Of course he's seeing if I've taken and can ask me out. Alone and lonely, I confess breathlessly, gazing up at him through my lashes. Good thing I went the full 9 yards with makeup and falsies today. He hums, and I wish I was pressed up against him to feel it rumble through his chest. You hiding from someone too? He asks, jerking his head towards where my ex had been. Yeah, my ex. He's a right piece of work. I didn't even notice the red flags when he asked me out. I looked down to his cart, finally noticing what he's been shopping for. It's a set of knives, rope, duct tape, and a large pumpkin. Huh. Who are you hiding from? He gives me a full, slightly crooked smile. My breath hitches. He's gorgeous. My ex as well. We used to work together. Things got personal, and then ended in a blaze of a fallout. His eyes roved me up and down, calculating. You, however, should never be lonely. Care to accompany me for the night? My blood warms my face, then flows south. Oh God, he was interested. Only if he kissed me first. Free sample? In a blink, his hands were cupping the back of my head, threaded through my hair, guiding my lips to his. It was pure bliss. He nibbled my bottom lip, distracting me. I barely felt the prick in my neck as I was consumed by fire and passion. And that's it.
Oh, I'd be like, do me right here. Oh, free sample. Yes. So many good. Okay, you got lots of good vibes here. I got to find. Oh, glad we got the reading part. Ah, why is my clicker not working? Laughed out loud the way you read hello. Oh, hello. Alone and lonely? Slay, Sylvia, slay. Oh, thank you. Oh, not alone and lonely. I liked this one with the duct tape and rope. Like, what's there to worry about?
Nothing. Nothing whatsoever.
Could be just fine. Oh, this was so good. Way to go, Laura. Nailed it.
Yay.
All the love. Okay, we've got some inbox stories. Oh, Deidre sent us one too. I'm going to send you. Do you want Deidre or Katie Ann? I'm going to send you Deidre.
Either.
Both could be very spicy, so you never know. All right. I've got Katie Ann. Are you ready? Oh, let me make this bigger, girl, because you are younger and can see. I can tell. 150%. There we go. Okay. Of all the places to run into my nerdy ex, Lowe's should have been the last place. And really, I shouldn't even still be in the store, but the beautiful lights display caught me again. It was all the sparkly bulbs and soft amber glimmers that my ADHD brain had not been able to ignore. I couldn't afford any of the nice chandeliers or Edison bulbs. My father always said they burn out too fast and never gave off enough light. Well, they certainly gave off enough light for me to see my ex-boyfriend down the aisle. I would like to say I'd recognized those broad shoulders as they filled out a rough leather coat, but that would mean that my ex-boyfriend was cool. No, I had heard his honking laugh and panicked. The last place I needed to see him was at Lowe's, a place I'd once told him I'd rather die than go inside. I'd had the screwdriver I needed. I clutch it tightly, even now. I came all this way for it. I'm not giving it up. I toss my scarf over my shoulder and try to brace myself to walk out of the aisle I'm currently hiding in. When I go to stride out and hold my head up with pride, my scarf snags and I stumble. Something heavy crashes into my back and I look over my shoulder to come face to face with the skeleton's laughing skull. I squeak, slapping my hand over my mouth and nearly impaling my nose with the screwdriver.
No!
I really should have just waited 2 days for Amazon Prime delivery. Whoa, be careful, a gruff voice says, and suddenly Mr. Skellington is lifted off of my shoulders, one of his rib bones still trapped within the confines of my scarf. Thank you, I say, yanking my scarf free, and the bone breaks, skittering across the concrete floor and under another display. I'm not paying for that, I tell my savior as I turn to them, thinking it's an employee. And oh, talk about broad shoulders and a leather jacket. The man before me is gorgeous, and I stare at him. He looks vaguely annoyed, with a furrow to his dark brows. They're trimmed just enough to not be unruly, but wild enough to not look manicured. Dark waves are parted by a widow's peak. His eyes are intense and black and pinned on me. Don't expect you to, the man grouses, glancing around him at other Halloween decorations as if another skeleton is going to fall over on us. Then his eyes narrow, focusing in on something else. I stare at him, still open-mouthed. Then he grabs my arm and hauls me out of the aisle. What are you... I don't get the words out because his big hand clamps over my mouth and suddenly we're pressed against a giant orange inflatable pumpkin. I smell the leather from his glove and I blink up at him. Hot people really can get away with anything. Still, I grab his wrist and yank. It doesn't budge. I look down and there is a stain on his gray t-shirt, sprawling down from where it tips into a V and shows off dark chest hair. And then there's another stain on his side, and I reach out. It's tacky and sticky, and I gag, and his hand finally lowers from my face. Are you bleeding? I shriek, my voice high and breathless. The bleeding hottie blinks. Oh, am I? He doesn't pull back from me, only twists slightly, and then he winces. That's expected. I gape at him. Then I look over my shoulder to try and find an employee and instead see my ex-boyfriend, Brian, step out from the aisles. He's laughing, and that honk draws me out of my stupor. Move, I hiss through my teeth, shoving him, and he blinks. Another aisle. He gets my meaning, and together we shuffle around the pumpkin and into another aisle stuffed full of inflatable Halloween decor and a random pink flamingo that's been left over from the summer. Are you hiding too? The man asks, tilting his head. He keeps glancing back and forth. Yes, my ex-boyfriend, you? The FBI, he says, without any hesitation or hint of a joke. Ha, I say, realizing I'm still clutching his strong forearm. His arm is tight around my waist, and his other presses against his side, presumably trying to stop the bleeding? Very funny, I say, to try to get his attention. I unravel my scarf and press it against his side. I don't even like it that much. It isn't my color. Not that Brian knows about color seasons. Why did you do that? The mysterious man asks. You're bleeding, I say, stuffing my screwdriver into my pocket. I have bigger things to worry about than shoplifting. Fuck Lowe's after all. Thank you. He blinks down at me. His dark eyes soften and he seems grateful. Can we go back to the part about the FBI? I say, unsure whether I've fallen into a dream or not. He's certainly very dreamy, but he's also bleeding and weird and clearly hiding from something. Although, so am I. The man shrugs. I can clean the blood out of the scarf. That is not an answer. Katie Ann. So many red flags.
Love it.
Love is alive here tonight, friends.
You never sent me Deidre's.
Oh, crap balls. Sorry. You know I get distracted easily. I wonder who I sent that to. Because I sure did forward it to somebody. Somebody just got Deidre's story. Sorry, friends. I bet that was what Ricky was messaging me about. I bet I sent it to him.
Got it.
Okay, did you get it?
first line.
I know, it's not a great first line. Katie, you killed it. I got it, Joanne. I got it. We'll read it next. I'm going to throw up some of Katie's love. Red flag, blood, oh no, yes, stat, Katie from something, yes, loved it, everybody loved it. All the LOLs, Katie, everyone loved it. Mm-hmm. Oh, that was so much fun to read. I laughed out loud, as you could tell, multiple times while reading it. Okay, are we ready? Give us another great first line from Deirdre.
Oh, burnt balls on a biscuit. What is he doing here? Without thinking, I duck under the gown of a massive witch decoration piece that was clearly never meant for such entry, as my head connected with what felt like actual wood or bone. I swallow a curse and peep through the slit in the skirt, hoping like hell that Darren, my ex, has already passed and hadn't seen me. When I left an hour ago to run to Lowe's, hiding in the Halloween section was not what I had in mind. I had been just over 30 minutes since I first spotted him waltzing back and forth the gardening aisle store like he owned the place. I've been doing so well to avoid his obsessive ass until now that risking him seeing me was out of the question. But the only way to the cashier or exit was to walk by the gardening aisle. Oh. I rubbed my temple. You can't hide in there forever, Zara. Are you sure about that? Oh, sorry. I can't do that accent, sorry. Are you sure about that? A sexy British accent asked from behind me. I've been rather enjoying the company under this musky frock. Horror fills me as I turn my neck to peer behind me. Damn it, why did the dress have to be bloody red? I can't see a thing. Who are you? What are you doing under here? I asked, weighing all the options before me with dread behind every door. Anxiety growing, I peek through the slit once more. But, to my complete dismay, Darren has moved even closer. Fuck! There's no way someone with that sexy of an accent is a murderer, right? As much as I'm loving your unwelcome assaults, I need you to be quiet, the man answers. This time, so close, his warm breath sent a strange volt down my spine. I will not be... His hand closes over my lips, stopping my protest. See that guy out there with the overly tacky suit that looks like he's trying too hard? I peek through the slit and nod. Well, he continues, he's with the FBI, and if you don't shut your arse, we'll both be spending the night with him, and that's not my type of orgy. Amazing!
Oh, I loved it, Deirdre. That was great. Okay, so you can't do a British accent? Is that what happened there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not good at it either, so I'm not going to try. But, that was so good. Deirdre, snaps. Looks like you're feeling better because it was great. Not my type of orgy. So true. All right, we've got one more to read. Joanne, are you ready? Amari looked between two strips of paper, each with different colors on them. She had just moved into one of the dorms at Lakeview University, periwinkle blue or turquoise green. Both were good colors. Both would be good for her side of the dorm room. It honestly depended on her roommate. She eyed the spooky decorations to her right with a frown. It was safe to say that Halloween wasn't her favorite holiday. What was to like about it? Having to socialize with others just to get candy? Going out at an unreasonable hour at night? Totally feel you on that one, Joanne. She shuddered. She'd rather eat pickled onions on her burgers, and she hated that. Amari looked the spooky decoration up and down, narrowing her eyes at it. She didn't see what was so scary about it. It's just a skeleton. A skeleton that would probably come to life when she least expected it. Amari shook her head. Her friend was messing with her brain. Ever since Tiwa had convinced her to watch Criminal Minds, the episode the TV show were far too gory and creepy for her taste. Amari took hesitant steps towards the skeleton. It's just a stupid skeleton. No biggie. Yay! Yay, Joanne!
Nice.
Thank you for participating. It's safe to say, Deirdre, that you've got it after 3 weeks. Yes. Everybody's back on their A game tonight. From Joanne to Deirdre to Katie, Laura. Loving it, loving it. Hey, welcome. Hey, Andy, good to see you, friend. Those were some good stories to that one. I like everybody was feeling the funny vibes. So Laura, that was the trash I brought in. Give us your prompt. Give us the real prompt of the night.
I am so sorry, everyone.
No, it's so good.
You're invited to the dance floor for the Monster Mash. Only those aren't costumes.
Thank you.
And their moves aren't safe for children.
I am not ready. What am I gonna write? Okay, you're invited to the dance floor for the Monster Mash. Only those aren't costumes, and their moves aren't safe for children. I mean, I was Baptist, so it wasn't safe to dance at all. Because the Lord would smite you. But, what are we gonna write about? Does anybody have ideas? Do you guys need some time? We're only doing a 20-minute sprint, so it's gonna be a quick one. Oh, Morgan likes it. Feel free to not work and do it. The song, I know. Okay. I gotta think of what my angle's gonna be. Okay. I don't know if I'm ready, but I'm ready.
All right.
All right, is everybody ready? We got 20 minutes on the clock. We're doing You're Invited to the Dance Floor for the Monster Mash. Only those aren't costumes, and their moves aren't safe for children. I know. I wish I could find the Monster Mash quickly. I bet I can on YouTube. All right.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
back. We're back. How did yours go? Listen, mine was just sheer garbage. So real quick, I'm going to quickly say hello to new people. Hey, Esther, welcome, welcome, welcome. Very sweet. Thank you. No, you're 100% right. It's Monday. We changed it because we were scheduled to go up against you guys and your event. And then I still shit on Sam's night. So yeah, I'll apologize to Sam later. Anyway, yeah. Okay. So you like this story? Because mine's a big pile of crap balls. Do you want me to go first?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go first, and then send us your stories, friends. You know how it works. Either Nettles Animation DMs on Instagram or Barrett_Laurie at Instagram. We'll read it, or you can read it. You know the whole thing. The prompt was, you're invited to dance to the dance floor for the Monster Mash. Only those aren't costumes, and their moves aren't safe for children. All right. I'm going first. You want to dance? Victor asked. His cool touch on my hand sent a surge down my spine. Sure, why not? Other than the fact that I wasn't a gifted dancer, what was the point of coming to the Monster Mash with Victor if I wasn't going to actually dance? The closer we got to the floor, the more impressed I was with the costumes. Everyone from the mummy to the werewolf not only looked the part, but they smelled it too. The werewolf reeked of wet dog, but the mummy smelled like mothballs and old books. The other thing that was painfully obvious as Victor led her further onto the center of the dance floor, the dancing was more like full-on grinding. The zombie French maid was dry humping the Frankenstein monster. Victor pulled me in tightly and we began to sway to a beat. Not the up-tempo beat of the Monster Mash, but to a rhythm that seemed to be headed towards a horizontal conclusion. His cool hand slid down the back of my Levi's, sending that tremor from the place his finger rested up to my throat. Do it, I said, almost yelling over the music. Are you sure? I leaned forward, nibbled on his earlobe, and whispered, yep. I felt the pressure of the puncture in my carotid artery, but no pain. I closed my eyes as the power surged through me, tidal waves at first, turning into ripples that slowly ebbed out, leaving every muscle of my body absolutely exhausted, but satisfied at the same time. I even lost my balance as a result of my toes curling. We should get you back to the room. You'll need to rest, Victor said, guiding me forward with his hand at the small of my back. His touch no longer felt cold, but still not warm. I am really tired. Weird process, undying. Victor chuckled and kissed my cheek. I guess it is. See? That's fun, though. I wanted them both to be fun.
Nice.
Oh, I know.
Jess. Barrett, that is so good, but also not okay.
I know. Okay. All right. So.
This prompt went so weird.
I know.
Exactly, JC.
Well, I did not like. I like them when they're funny. Oh, I like very spicy. Send it to us, or come read it. Better yet, come read it. Come be spicy. Or we'll make Laura read it. Just kidding. Okay. Are you reading next, or do you want to read Ascendant?
I'll read mine.
Okay, good.
Oh, okay. The light swirled across the dance floor, illuminating the most realistic costumes I've ever seen for a Halloween party. I mean, maybe for Comic-Con, but not a dance party in the middle of nowhere. Gold stars swivel over a lizard person whose scaly suit doesn't even have creases in the wrong places. Our werewolf has the best prosthetics since Face Off. And there, across the floor, is an eldritch horror of my dreams. All tentacles, shadows, and the most beautiful eyes. I have no idea what gender they are, but it doesn't really matter. The music switches from a Gregorian chant to the Monster Mash, something I actually know and can dance to. Finally. I make my way to the eldritch being and offer my hand. Many of their eyes blink in surprise. Wow, that's some elaborate mechanics to get that to work. They seem to be taking in my Bride of Frankenstein costume. It's not nearly as elaborate as the other guests, but I spent hours stitching the fake skin flaps, wrapping bandages, and getting my hair to stay up. A sucker tentacle reaches out, sliding over my proffered hand. It feels real. What? slightly chilled, like it had recently vacated the ocean. With a grin, I lead them to the dance. Into the dance. What's your name? I ask as I start to move. Puck Love. The word slides into my mind with a feeling of warmth. I am Puck Love. Surprised, I stop dancing. You just... The warm feel of their consciousness slides along mine. Yes, little human. We heard of your wish for more than humanity can offer. You mean? I look around again. These aren't costumes. They're real. I'm at a real monster ball on Halloween night. Two longer tentacles reach out, encircling my wrists and spin me. We're dancing again. Me and Puck Love. My skin tingles where the suckers are gently pulling as I'm led through the moves. I'm sure they leave hickeys, but I can't seem to care. The crowd constricts around us, howls and groans escalating. The temperature rises as bodies move in tandem. I'm pushed closer and closer to Puck Love. More of their tentacles reach out to embrace me. Soon, their shadows begin to caress my skin as well, sliding along my arms and lower back. Eyes with greater than human intelligence gaze into mine. Puck Love speaks into my mind again. Will you be mine? That's all I got.
Oh, I love that. I have to put this up there because Gregorian chant, the face-off reference, vivid prose, excellent. Tentacle is so cute. I also love Puck Love. Nope, Jessica draws the line at monster effing at tentacles. It's the one night of year where the Pinner of Terror can unleash her like the best of both worlds and Monster Mash, literally. Okay, we got bunches of sins. So I'm going to read Katie Ann's and then, or let's see, I'll read Deidre's and then you read Anna, sent it to both of us.
I got Anna's.
All right, here is Deidre. It's not romance. The air is cool and crisp, hinting at the approach of winter, but the atmosphere is anything but cold as I follow Chelsea through the maze of jack-o'-lanterns lighting the entrance to the school's gymnasium. The place is alive with a cacophony of childish glee and the echo of spooky tunes that bounce off the walls. I adjust my lopsided cowboy hat and catch Chelsea's eye as she smooths down her witch's hat, her eyes sparkling with that mischievous energy our mother used to have. Remember, Charlie, we're here for Gemma. Chelsea reminds me that with the big sister tone that somehow still makes me straighten my posture, even though I've got a good 2 inches on her now. I can't help but chuckle. I know. No shenanigans, Chelsea. Scott's honor. My eyes are drawn to the mob of miniature ghouls and goblins that is the kindergarten class. And in the sea of creatures, I spot Gemma, or rather a very tiny, very enthusiastic bumblebee bouncing around. She's the image of innocence and excitement, and for a moment, I'm wrapped up in the sheer joy of it all. Then the unmistakable chords of Monster Mash start up, and before I know it, a hand latches onto mine. Chelsea's grin is almost as wide as the Cheshire Cat's mask she just spotted across the room. Go on, Charlie. Show them how it's done. Her encouragement feels like a shove into the deep end as I'm propelled towards the dance floor. I hesitate only for a second before the energy of the room infects me, and I find myself amidst a throng of teachers, parents, and the kids in horrific monster costumes. I fall into my signature twist and yell as pain lights up my back from what feels like a strong punch. Watch it, would ya? I snap, spinning around. Irritation spreads as I realize the only people behind me are a group of kids dressed like werewolves. I sigh. I need a real drink. I stretch my back and try to shake the feeling that something weird is happening. Chelsea catches my eye and I smile, returning to my twist. The song grows louder and more people flood the dance floor. There's something off about the way their bodies move. It's too fluid, too strange. A woman with elongated limbs that bend in ways that send shivers down my spine. A man with eyes a little too yellow, grinning with teeth a little too sharp. And their dance moves, let's just say, they aren't the kind I'd want Gemma trying at home. Dun dun dun. It's not over yet. Hang on. I'm scrolling. Sorry, I know.
How dare! How dare!
I know, but it's in. Okay. I'm barely a beat into my awkward jig when the air shifts, charged with a sudden intensity that prickles the back of my neck. The dancers around me close in, a circle of grinning grotesqueries that could give Tim Burton a run for his money. A lanky figure with limbs like twisted vines reaches out, its touch cold and real, far too real for comfort. I freeze, a statue in a whirl of macrobé revelry. In a flash, the party, the purpose, the pretense of playful costumes, they all evaporate into the thick, changed air of true danger. Chelsea's laughter catches in her throat, a sound that tugs at my protective instincts, and I see Emma, her little hands stilled mid-clap, her eyes wide with a child's sharp instinct for real fear. A creature, all shadows and whispers of what once might have been human, lunges with a hiss that cuts through the monster mash. I'm no hero, but as Chelsea's scream splits the air, adrenaline floods my veins, hotter than any tequila I've ever knocked back. This dance just turned dirty, and it's not the kind of dirty dancing I'm used to. I grab the nearest jack-o'-lantern, hefting it like a shield, and flickering candlelight, throwing monstrous faces into sharp relief. Not today, Casper, I growl. That's the end.
Yes! I like that take.
I love that a lot. Yay. Sorry, Deidre, I had to scroll and then I couldn't. My mouse was being weird. Loved it. That was great. Give Deidre all the love. Something as a font. Lots of talented peeps. Yay. That was so good, Deidre. You're back. You're feeling better, I can tell.
Yeah.
Okay, is it time for Anna's? Very spicy. Oh boy, it's very spicy. Do you need me to read this? And you read
I'll attempt.
Okay.
It's not that long.
Okay.
Dance with me. Her voice is silky smooth against my ear, a whisper that's strangely devoid of breath, less of request and more of a suggestion. I swallow down a shudder. I don't dance. Her hands are on my shoulders now, nail sharp points of almost pain as she urges me upright. That's all right, she says. That's more than all right. I'll teach you. I'm standing now, staring down at her and feeling more out of place than I ever have before. I can tell her dress is nicer than mine, a silvery sort of fabric that shimmers like water in the dull light, catching on her hips and the curve of her waist as she guides my hand to it. She inches closer, eyes bright and intent on mine, and I find myself unable to hold her gaze. I watch her collarbones instead, the slope of her neck, the half smile on her painted lips that makes me want to beg for answers to questions I haven't quite formed yet, to beg for anything she might be willing to give me. I can feel her moving against me, with the music around us, her skin cool and soft to the touch. I bring my other hand around to her back, pull her closer. Her hands are small, but strong, and she takes me by the back of my neck, holding me still. Lips against my neck, teeth, and a vaguest pinprick of pain. Very good. I feel the words more than hear them. Somewhere within me, lost in the recesses of this place where she starts and I end, and I find myself pushing at the boundaries, willing them to dissipate further into the sensation of her. After a while, another pair of hands joins hers. Bigger, but just as soft, just as insistent. I feel her smile against my neck and push myself back against the body behind me. A clumsy invitation compared to hers, but one that's accepted nonetheless. A kiss on the other side of my neck. The trail of a tongue that leaves behind no moisture. A second pinprick of pain. And then I am floating. I am hands around my waist and tangle in my hair. I am cool bodies on my own shaky breasts to make up for the silence. I am entranced, head spinning, lights dancing behind my eyelids. And I think that maybe now I am dancing. Amazing!
That was awesome. Love it. Yes, for the spice. It wasn't explicit. There were collarbones. Collarbones were had. So sultry. Yes, the collarbones. Lips against my neck. Very sensual. See, yes, you are. Keep coming.
You can do it.
I know, but yeah. Because I'm a child. That was so great. Yes, yes, yes. Anna, you are so good. I love it. Entranced. Love it so, so much. Yay! Okay, y'all are killing it. All right, we got one more. Unless someone's sending a late entry, Katie Ann, buckle up.
Buttercup.
Here it comes. I'm going to have to make it bigger. Okay. A year ago, if someone had told me that I was working for a mad scientist and going to the Halloween office party, I probably would have laughed as if it were a joke. Now, as I step out of my car, I wonder if, for not the first time and probably not the last, if I'm going to get murdered. I'm regretting saying, I ain't afraid of no ghosts. My boss, Iger, had invited me last night as I polished the last of the brain jars and set them on the highest shelf. No need for them until March. Iger had simply cackled a villainous laugh that I roll my eyes at now. Before, I'd caused a shiver down my spine, but Iger is all evil laugh and no bite. I parked far away, which is probably a mistake because my heels are killing my soles by the time I'm across the parking lot. The converted warehouse has pulsating, sickly green and vibrant lights spilling from the fogged windows. I've arrived fashionably late, and as I swipe my keycard and push the double doors open, I'm greeted by a throng of people? I glance down at my phone. Midnight at a Halloween party, and they play Monster Mash? How original. With a roll of my eyes, I skirt around the edges of the raging party to the long bar Iger has somehow managed to set up by putting all of his surgery tables together. I hope someone's cleaned the blood away, but from the flecks of brown, I doubt it. Mandy? I turn and Iger engulfs me in a hug. I stiffen and force myself to smile. Iger isn't in costume, but rather his work attire. His white hair a tangled mess around his shoulder. And I get a mouthful as he crushes me into him with surprising strength. Hey, Eggs, I say, pulling away. He downs a Jell-O shot the color of acid and shakes his head at the taste. He pushes his fogged-up glasses up to his nose with a knuckle. Want a drink? He waves at the barman behind the surgery tables. Oh, a Dracula. Shining teeth that look sharper than a shark's flash at me. A smile, I think. He even has a widow's peak and a pale skin. I shake my head. Blood isn't my thing, I say to Iger, and he laughs. Loud and uninhibited. Not villainous at all. I knew he faked it. Come, dance, Iger says. I brought all my friends to meet you. I don't have much of a choice, as his spindly fingers lock around my wrist and I'm dragged into the throng of costumed friends. I shouldn't have worn heels, I shout over the Monster Mash, and Iger laughs. What are you wearing anyway? Iger asks in my ear. Barbie, I say, gesturing down at my pink dress. He stills, clearly confused. Oh, he looks me over and I swallow. I don't think you were one to skin girls, but consider me delighted. I knew you were perfect for the job. He slaps my shoulder and I shrug. I don't understand, but there's a lot about my job I don't question. Oh, who is this? A high voice brushes against my skin. Medusa, don't you dare take your sunglasses off. She's my favorite. Iger waggles his finger at whoever is behind me, and I turn to find a stunning woman before me. Her hair shivers and slides around her neck. I blink. It's a unique trick of the light, and I must be light-headed from the cramped space and the heat and the loud music. I swear I see tongues sliding out of her hair and the glint of snake eyes. She's wearing sunglasses, and her touch is icy cold, which I appreciate since I'm roasting even in my tiny dress, although it is almost slimy. Hello, Medusa, I say. I like your dress. It's silver-scaled and glimmering, hugging every generous curve of her body. She laughs, and it sounds like hissing, but her mouth is open wide in a grin. Then a large, hulking figure crashes into her, and she snarls, Fuck off, Wolfie. The man? Wolf? He turns, and I see he's wearing a very realistic mask of gray and white fur. The muzzle is even long, and the eyes that blink down at us are vibrant yellow. Wow, Iger and his friends really go all out for Halloween. The wolfman growls, and Medusa reaches for her sunglasses. I grab Medusa's shoulder, and I feel a pinch at the edge of my palm. Let's dance, I say, ignoring it. The wolfman grabs onto my shoulder, and suddenly I'm between the two of them. I think we can share, the wolfman says, and Medusa laughs. Definitely a graveyard smash, Medusa says, her tongue curving against my neck, wet and cold and distinctly forked. The wolf man's claws scrape pleasantly against my skin, and suddenly the monster mash is more of a monster smash. Even if his paws engulf my entire waist, I don't mind. Definitely not safe for work. I love that Esther came back feeling more human.
Yay!
Than unhuman. Oh, I love it. I love it. The monster mash.
The monster smash.
Smash. The monster smash. That was so great. I love that. Yay.
The Barbie costume.
I know. Skinned a girl. I know. Take it to skin girls. Yeah, well.
That was brilliant.
Welcome to me every week, Chess. Every week. Yeah, everybody here is like really talented. I just show up and they let me keep coming. I know, don't give up. Don't give up. Come play with us. Come join us on screen and write with us one night, Jess. While we're saying that, if anybody would like to join us, we try to keep it to one guest host a week. So far, we've been unsuccessful at getting one here, and the last one that was supposed to come ended up in the hospital for 3 weeks. But don't let that stop you.
Is the position cursed? Who knows?
We don't know. You tell us. Come on the show, and if you don't make it, then we'll know. But reach out to Laura or myself. We'd love to have you on as a guest host, and all you'll do is sit up here and write some fun flash with us and hopefully not die as a result. Hi, DJ. Feel better.
Probably won't be monster prompts for next week.
It won't. Next week will be, what are we going to do? Like pumpkin prompts? Like fall prompts?
I don't know.
What's our vibe going to be?
My pumpkin.
Oh, that's cute. Good job.
His fangs are wilting, but yeah.
That's still really good. I'm scared of his first position. Yes, come join us. Please. What happened? Deidre ended up in the hospital. So we're not sure if it's the position or if it's me. Adorable pumpkin, monster romance despite the prompts. Yes, if you like. You're welcome to write anything you like. We'll come up with some fun prompts too. We'll go longer, our normal time frame, because it won't be a school night. It will be a Friday.
Are we doing it this Friday or next?
I was just going to say, it's just like this Friday. Do we want to do it the next Friday or do we want to do it this Friday? It's up to you.
I can do this Friday.
I can do this Friday. I'll be right here.
Sounds good.
Cool. All right. We'll see you here Friday night. We just decided that here and now. If you want to join us as a guest host, reach out. We would love to have you. If you have any ideas for prompts, feel free to send them. We're open to that too. Laura and I have fun writing them, but like hit us if you have a great idea for one. We'll use it and give you credit. We won't even steal it. Yes, it will be a gobble wobble for that one. All right. Do we want to do like quick outro? Tell everybody about your book now that you found it.
Sure. I lost it again. There it is.
I was going to say, do you keep it handy?
It's behind the pumpkin. I'm Laura Nettles. I have a horror book called Tiny Shivers. Look at the tentacles. The tentacles are not romantic in this book.
Oh.
But there are some pictures of tentacles. So, yeah.
Ooh, spooky.
Fun times.
It's good. Check it out. Perfect time of year for it. The links are in the description box below.
It's in KU. And if you want contemporary romance, short romance, Samantha R. Silverstone is my pen name.
Go check them out and leave a review. And I'm Barrett Laurie. I'm here on Fridays with Laura. I just finished my 3rd short romance. So I'm trying to get 5 so that I hand them off to my girl Morgan the first of the year and release next year. Not sure on the name. Stay tuned. I think it'll probably just be my name, but we'll see. And I do some other shows with other people on here, and I love it. Margaret and I do karaoke. AuthorTubers React will be at the end of the month for the Thanksgiving episode, and Writer's Room, second Tuesday. No, we changed that. That's Sunday. Damn it. They're already booked. Morgan and Tiffany know. Should have known I'd mess that up. Okay. It's fun. You'll love it. Be there. It's fun. And come up with us and write some smexy. All right, everybody have a wonderful night. Thank you for joining us for a shortened prompted. We had a lot of fun, and you guys made us all the laughs. So have a happy and safe Halloween. Check your candy for razor blades. Bye, everyone.